Let us now discuss the component diode. Diode is a power semiconductor switch. It is a PN junction. It is one single PN junction. But it does not look like the switch, controlled switch that we discussed, the ideal controlled switch that we discussed. This is an uncontrolled switch. Means there is no terminal C. There is only terminal A and terminal B equivalent. So we have terminal A, it's called the anode. We have the other power terminal, terminal K, called the cathode. And this is a symbol of the diode, as you very well know. We are interested in two parameters: the power current flowing through the diode, I, and the voltage across the diode, VAK. So these are the two parameters that will come into the picture. Observe that there is no control terminal, and therefore this diode is an uncontrolled switch. So what causes the switching action? So as far as the electrical part is concerned, it is the voltage that appears across the diode, VAK. When VAK is positive, which means if anode is more positive than cathode, then the switch is on. The moment anode becomes less positive than cathode, or cathode is more positive than anode, then the switch, the diode, is reverse biased and it is in the off state. So the switching on and switching off the diode is automatic without the presence of a control terminal. The voltage across the anode and cathode of the diode will determine its on or off state. Now, let us look at the static characteristic. So let us draw the two axes, the x-axis and the y-axis. The x-axis is the voltage axis. Y-axis is the current axis. Current axis means the current that is going through the diode anode to cathode. That's what I have indicated here. And the x-axis is nothing but VAK, voltage across the anode and cathode, and indicated there the variable here. So when the anode is more positive than cathode, so when VAK is on the right side, you will see a curve like this. So it is something that has a small voltage drop here, and then it starts rising up, and the resistance here decreases very much. So this is a practical PN junction characteristic, or a practical diode characteristic. This is called the forward characteristic. And this voltage is not much. This will be of the order of 0.6 to 0.7 volts for a silicon PN junction diode. On the reverse side, if VAK is applied negative, you will see, which means that the cathode is more positive than the anode, there will not be a flow of current. You see that the resistance is very high. You will see that delta V by delta I will be very large, and there is not much current on the negative axis until it reaches a breakdown value called the PIV, peak inverse voltage, beyond which the diode junction breaks down and it becomes a very good conductor, and you will see that there is very little resistance beyond the breakdown. So the diode should not normally be operated in the breakdown region. It should be well within the breakdown region. So two important characteristic here is, in the forward side, you will see that there is this knee here called the cut-in voltage, which is around 0.6 for silicon PN junctions. And another important characteristic is here the breakdown voltage. you should operate well within the peak inverse voltage of the diode. So what is the peak negative voltage that can be applied for the diode for it to function properly without breaking down? So that is called the peak inverse voltage, which is available in the data sheet. And your applied voltage should be lesser than that. There is another important parameter. Take an operating point at any given current and then take the slope at that point, which is delta I by delta V, delta VAK, and delta I by delta VAK is nothing but 1 by RD, where RD is the dynamic resistance at that operating point. So it's a forward dynamic resistance at that operating point where the current is some value IF. So at this current value IF, the corresponding operating point has a slope. The slope is different at different operating point, and that is why it is called the forward dynamic resistance. So 1 over this forward dynamic resistance is delta I by delta VAK at that point. So these are some important parameters that you need to look at in the data sheets of the diodes. Because the dissipation is dependent on RD, it is an important parameter that you should look for, and it should be as low as possible. So this is a practical diode static characteristic. Let us now do a comparison of the characteristic. We saw that this is the actual static characteristic of a practical diode, which gives an idea of the operation of the diode. So now let us compare the static characteristic of a practical diode with the ideal diode. So this is a practical diode. So we have seen this characteristic. So this is the forward characteristic, this is the reverse characteristic. This is the x-axis is the anode to cathode voltage, and the y-axis is the anode to cathode current. Now let us draw another similar XY graph. So you have VAK, voltage across anode to cathode, IAK, current flowing through the anode cathode of the diode. Now in the case of the ideal diode, so whenever the anode voltage is 0 plus, greater than 0, the diode will conduct. And when the diode conducts, the voltage across the device has to be 0. So VAK has to be 0. So therefore, let us draw that portion of the characteristic, which will be like that. So this is the locus of the characteristic where VAK is 0. So operating point can be any point on this which is dependent on the value of IAK. And when the voltage across anode cathode becomes negative, or cathode becomes more positive than the anode voltage, then the current becomes 0. The current through the anode cathode becomes 0 because the off-state resistance of the diode as an ideal switch will be infinite, and therefore you will have a characteristic like that, which will be capable of handling infinite amount of reverse voltage. So this is the ideal diode static characteristic. There is another characteristic which is popular in the literature, and it is called the piecewise linear approximation of the diode static characteristic. So let us have a look at that also. The x-axis as usual is VAK, the anode to cathode voltage. Y-axis is the current through the anode cathode of the diode. So if you look at this practical diode characteristic, the forward characteristic you see is in this fashion. You make a straight line approximation. Same way for the reverse characteristic too. So the forward characteristic approximated like that. The forward portion where the dynamic resistance portion comes is approximated as a straight line, piecewise linear, that is why it comes. And then you have the cut-in point. So diode will cut in, will start conducting only from this 0.6 volt point called the cut-in voltage. And the reverse characteristic resembles the ideal characteristic and also a combination where there is a breakdown. So this will be the peak inverse voltage, and from there on it will break down. So the forward cut-in voltage is set at 0.6 volts for silicon. So this is the piecewise linear approximation to the diode static characteristics. This is a pretty popular approximation to the static characteristic which many of the literature follow and also used for modeling diodes.